In this example, we want to find solutions to the equation 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 equals 0. Like we did before, we need to write this in the form a times x minus h squared plus k. The reason we do this is so that x is only showing up in one place in our equation, so we can solve for it. Please click the link to the right to see the steps to write it in this form. Writing it in this form, we get that 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 equals 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 11. So we have the equation 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 11 equals 0, which we need to solve for x. To do this, we will undo the 4 operations that are happening to x. The first thing that happens to x is that we subtract 2. Next, we square it. After that, we multiply by 3, and finally we subtract 11. So following what we learned from Frog and Toad, we will undo these operations in the opposite order. To undo subtracting 11, we add 11. To undo multiplying by 3, we divide by 3. We undo squaring by taking the square root, and we undo subtracting 2 by adding 2. So we will start by adding 11 to both sides. This gives us 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 11 plus 11 equals 0 plus 11, which is 11. And on the left, we have negative 11 plus 11, which is just 0. So we have 3 times x minus 2 squared, leaving us with the equation 3 times x minus 2 squared equals 11. The next step to solving this equation is to divide by 3. Doing this gives 3 times x minus 2 squared divided by 3 equals 11 divided by 3. Here we can't reduce this, so we'll just leave it as 11 divided by 3. But on the left, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we have x minus 2 squared. Now we need to undo the squaring, which we do by taking the square root of both sides. This gives us the square root of x minus 2 squared equals the square root of 11 thirds, which again we can't simplify, but on the left, the square root of x minus 2 squared is the absolute value of x minus 2. If you'd like to be reminded why this is not just x minus 2, click the purple link to the left. And now because we know the absolute value of x minus 2 is the square root of 11 thirds, we know that x minus 2 itself must either be the positive or negative of the square root of 11 thirds. Notice we're doing the same thing, even if the right-hand side is a much messier number than our last example. Finally, to get x, all we have left to do is add 2. And adding 2 to both sides gives x equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 11 thirds, which if we want to write in a list is 2 plus the square root of 11 thirds and 2 minus the square root of 11 thirds.